Hello everyone, Linda Israel here, and I have a digital image from Calico Collage, and this is called Flower Elves, and I'll have a link in my description box to get to it. But what I wanted to do today was I'm going to make a junk journal page that is a page that'll go into a junk journal, and this is for a swap, and the theme is spring or Easter, and I chose to go more spring in colors and concept. And this is an artist trading card size. So these images are 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches roughly in size, designed to make artist trading cards. But what I wanted to show you was that I took these same images and I did a couple of things. First, I told it to print the whole page, because it comes as one page, as a 5x7 page. And now I have these smaller images. I can't talk because I'm tongue-tied. These smaller images can then be used for embellishments. So I made that page. Then using the same images here, I ended up cropping. So I had to go into a photo editing software, just whatever is easy for you to use, and cropped and saved that as an image. So I saved this as an image, and I saved that as an image, and then I selected two images and told my printer to print as a 4x6. So this is 4x6 in size. Then I I cropped two more images. So there is one and there is one. And this time I told it, when I picked the two images, to print as a 5x7. So these are all the elements that I think I'm going to use on this junk journal page. I may not use every single bit, but I wanted to print multiples and show you that you buy one digital file, and if you can crop it, you can then save each individual item. So just make sure you do save as and not save, so you don't save over your original. And then you'll have lots of little sizes that you can work with. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim these up, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to make this into a junk journal page. I have trimmed down the images that I decided I wanted to use, and then I went ahead and used some vintage photo distress ink and a blending tool, and I went around the edges. Because this was on copy weight paper, I decided to back it with the scrap of cardstock that I have, and I went ahead and did that with all the images that I wanted to use here today. So I've backed them with other pieces of cardstock. This one I put on a big journaling card. These I put on cardstock as well. So the next thing I want to do is I've got a couple of pieces of book page that are going to become pockets. This is going to be an embellished paper clip, and then this is going to be a strip pocket added to my junk journal page. My page is out of a gardening journal or book, and I just trimmed it to be 8 inches tall by 10.5 wide, so that when it's folded you got 8 by 5.25, and then that's going to be the size or foundation of my page. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to paint these papers to help match my theme. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay this out here on some, it's just a notebook paper, just so I can have the space. And I'm going to lay this all out. I've got one more piece of notebook paper here. So I have a old Hobby Lobby gift card. Use a room key card, a credit card, whatever. And then I've got some acrylic craft paint. And all I'm doing is just putting a little bit of this paint over the text, which just helps obscure it just a little bit, so you don't see it as vividly as you might otherwise. So I'm just going to do that to all the pieces. Just add a little bit of this acrylic paint. Alright, I've painted all my pieces, and to help speed up the process, I'm going to use my heat tool and dry these. I've got got my spray box, and again, I've shared this before. My spray box was a perfume box that just so happens to fit an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I use it so that when I'm spraying, especially on camera, the mist will go down into the box and not all over my room. It doesn't eliminate all of it, but it sure helps with cleanup because it's all concentrated into here. So that's why I use that. I just thought I'd share that. I've added a second altar paper clip that's going to go in another batch, so that's why there's 2 laying here. And I've got the strip of book page that I am going to use as a layering element. And I'm going to put my stencil that I've made over the top of this. And I've picked a few colors of Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. I have Sapphire, True Turquoise, and Electric Blue. So I've pre-shook these a minute or 2 back, and so apparently now I've got messy fingers. I'm going to spray these onto the pieces underneath. Now I'm going to take these pieces that are going to be pockets and lay them on top of the stencil to soak up some of this ink. So that's how that looks. Isn't that cool? So here is part of my journal page, and I'm trying to decide, I think I want to make this the front. What I've done again is I've backed the cardstock on to the print, but when I place it on this page, there's a little bit of a gap at the bottom. So I found this tore piece and we've sprayed it with Tattered Angels, and I thought that would look really cute along the bottom of the page with a little bit of some lace on there. So what I'm going to do is sew that here in just a moment, but before I show you that, what also I'm going to do is take a piece of this lace and sew it across the top of this little pocket piece that's going to go inside. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and sew that, and I'll be right back. I've sewn the lace, and I went ahead and sewed all the way around my pocket, and then I've sewed the lace onto the piece here. So the next thing I'm going to do is attach this. I want this to be a hidden pocket, so I'm going to glue on 3 sides. I'm going to use Aleene's tacky glue to hold this in place. This is going to be a little tuck spot at the bottom here, and I'm going to glue it directly to the page across the bottom and on the sides. I'm just putting a small bead of glue on there. I just have a little envelope here just to show you that that's going to be a tuck spot there. Alright, so I'm going to open this up, and then these are going to get placed on both sides. So I'm going to adhere these down again with the Aleene's tacky glue. And I just saw what I don't want to do, so I want to see if I can take this off if it's not too late. Now I know why I had it going a certain way, and it was because the images on the inside, I wanted them going at the top, and I messed up. So I'm going to take a towel and wipe up the excess glue so that I can re-glue this so that this won't be tacky, because I want it to be the opening. I'm going to use my heat tool to dry that glue. Well, it's no longer tacky, and I know that this is the side that I want to have as an opening. So what I'm going to do is put glue here and then back on this bottom pocket piece. And let's try this again. So sometimes I make mistakes and I didn't mean to. Alright, so now I can put these pockets where I had intended because I wanted these to be seen. So I'm going to wipe up a glue mess I've got going on here. Alright. I think I'm back on track again. So there's the pockets. So now let's look at what I'm going to put inside the pockets. So I've got this journaling card here. Just want to make sure that I'll have one here. And then I've got these little images. So there's the whole thing. I've got these little images that I thought would look really cute if I put here and then this becomes another tuck spot. And then I have another one for over here. Comes another tuck spot. So I'm going to start adhering those down. What I like about painting a book page like I did here with the white acrylic paint and then doing the Tattered Angels over the top of it, you can write on top of this now. It isn't going to detract from your writing, and because I used acrylic paint, it's a good surface to write upon. So that's going to go inside there. Alright, I'm not going to put these in the pockets until they're dry because I've stuck things together and that isn't always a good thing. So now we've got this page here that we need to embellish. And I've got this altered paper clip that I started where I painted the background with this paint and added the little image. I've got one more thing I think I want to add. I think I'm going to add this little word that says hope on here. So I'm going to attach the image to the altered paper clip. And then I'm going to use some distress ink on the word hope. I have a few Prima paper flowers, so I'm just going to grab a couple. I'm going to add some tulip dimensional glitter paint to the centers of the flowers. Alright, so there is my junk journal page. It's a spring themed and it's quite messy for me today. But on this first page I've made this altered paper clip, as you can see, and I'm going to let that dry before I mess with it anymore. And here is a journaling card, and then you'll see this beautiful image on the front here. You open it up and then there is a journaling card in this pocket. And there's a journaling card in this pocket. And then there's some smaller journaling cards using the same images that started out this size. And then I made this corner piece that was this size. So now I've got all three sizes represented here. And then on the back side, I have a fourth size that I created. And then there's a little tuck spot here. I'll put something in there. I may have it ready for the photography, or I may just let it be a surprise to my swap partner. So I hope you enjoyed seeing a pretty spring themed junk journal page and how to use an artist trading card size image and size it to different sizes for your junk journal projects or card making. This would be a beautiful card to give to somebody. You could put notes in each pocket. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to have in my store a little bundle with the images that I didn't use in this kit today, so check that out as well. Check out the link description box for the link to the products that I used, as well as my blog posts, my social media, including my Facebook groups. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm getting tongue-tied. It's at the end of the day. Thanks so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so thankful that you watch my videos. You could watch lots of others, and I hope you enjoy them. Have a fabulous day. Bye.